Good morning everyone. So I thought I'd do a winter walkthrough, not as interesting as spring or summer, but you get a different kind of interest in the winter. You get to see more of the trunk, the branch structure, characteristics of the tree, so I enjoy it for that element. And you get different coloration as well on the maple bark, depending on what kind of species is. Variegated types, normally they have different colours going through their bark. So a good example of that would be like a rainbow, Acer palmatum rainbow. It's got like a plum red colour to the bark, and then it's got streaks of pink going through it. Anyways, I'll just make my way around. This is bought as a bonsai tree, actually, Shiraz Dream, which I think it is just an Acer palmatum Shiraz. Yeah, I don't know what Shiraz Dream is, but I've labelled it as that because that's what it was labelled as when I got it, but I haven't heard of it. And you've got some good ramification on these branches here. I did a bit of pruning on this probably about a month back, so I'm looking forward to seeing how this turns out come the spring. You got summer gold, get nice yellows on this one. The infamous Makawa Yatsubusa. This is very popular, known for its densely formated leaves, used a lot for bonsai, and the seedlings are quite popular as well, because especially in the States, people are looking to get some different variations of the Makawa type because it's unique growth habits. So I'm still waiting for some of mine to bear seed, so unless I go out and buy a large tree, it's not going to happen anytime soon, I don't think. So I'm going to have to be patient for that. This is the Atropurpureum. Okay. This is Shigetatsu Sawa. As you can see, I'm air layering this one because that's this side branch coming off, which could make a really interesting tree. I like the way the branches grow on the Shigetatsu Sawa. They kind of twist and turn. It looks good. Tamukiyama. This is a weeping type. And we've got a Beni Maiko on a lollipop stick, as they call it. I'm not the biggest fan of that style, to be honest with you. I think this is the only one I've got like it. Here I've got a Katsura. This is one of my first ones I got, actually, when I started getting into maples about 5 years ago. Really nice one. And I've been pruning this and treating this as a bonsai project as well. So yeah. And here's another little bonsai. This is a Chinensis juniper. Yeah, this was really bushy when I first got it. You couldn't see any of this. This was under the soil. So I've took it all out and just started to reveal the trunk and the root system here. And yeah, very slow growing, but you know, that's the bonsai game. It's a game of patience. What is this one? Nicolsini. Got Trompenberg there. I'm a big fan of the Trompenberg leaf actually. I like how it curls around. So let's walk around. What's this one here? Orange Dream. Yeah, this is one of my first ones I got of that Katsura over there. I remember. It's only in the last 2 years I've got into the really rare types. We've got Shaina. I believe this was a witch's broom. Can't recall from what cultivar though. This one here, Chitosi Yama. Yeah, I got this from Yonkers Nursery. Oh, this is one of my favourites. This is a Phoenix. Got some really nice variegated leaves on this. The colours are amazing. I think I found the perfect spot for it in terms of how much sun exposure it gets. It just reveals such a spectacular variation of colour throughout the year. You get in spring you get in like a cream mixed with a green and pink. No, sorry, it might be red if I remember correctly actually, like very red to begin with, and then it lightens up into that cream, variegated into the green and the pink. And I really liked the way the trunk has that movement as well. So I was really happy with this purchase. I mean, look at the green on the trunk. So green. I think that was an introduction by the late Dick van der Mart, if I'm correct. This one here, another one that has a spectacular colour. I think I found the right spot for it. It's like late morning sun, and then it's like gets quite a bit of shade as well. So this is a Shirasawanam Jordan. The buds are starting to swell already. I have taken some grafts off of this as well this year, and the Phoenix. And this is the other side of the Atropoporium. So I'm just going to pause this while I make my way over to the other side of the garden. This tree here, I saved this from my nan's garden. It was a bit worse for wear, and I said, look, I'll look after it. I'll put it in a pot and try and get it back to good health. So that's what I'm doing. I've done a lot of cuts on it, pruned a lot out, and put some fresh soil in. And I mean, it's looking like it could turn into another little bonsai project, to be honest. But yeah, it's made a good little comeback. So yeah, I'll hopefully get to give it back to her maybe in the summer. Yeah, this I purchased as like a little two-year-old seedling. So got it in a bonsai pot. So this was with neat akadama. So I've been experimenting with different soil mediums. So it's the only way you learn in this game, really. You have to experiment with different things, see what works for you, for the area you're living in. So yeah, so far it's growing quite well in there, and you can see I've done some wiring on the branches. There's a bit of scarring on there, not too bad though. What's this? Autumn moon. Yeah, autumn moon. Bit of a slow grower, but a really nice leaf on that. This I got from, where did I get this from? I think I got this from a place near Heron's Bonsai, a little nursery there. But yeah, I'm gonna turn this into a bonsai and get it repotted. I probably need to do that very soon, actually. So that's that. I don't actually know what this one is called because the tag has been chewed off. But it's got some really nice leaves on it when it comes out. But you know, come spring I'll get another video in and it will show everyone what all these different trees are doing. Right, just going to continue from here. So this is emerald lace, another little bonsai project of mine. I've been steadily pruning this back for the last couple of years to develop some ramification, and it's starting to take some good shape, some good roots, surface roots that are growing there. Since having it in that pond basket, it's really started to thrive as well. This is the variegated type. Hold on, let me zoom out. Yeah, this is a variegated type of conifer. Or juniper. Sorry. Yeah, that's that one. Let's take a walk. Here we have the Inaba Shidari. Another Shigetatsu sour. Yasmin. It's actually a Shirasawanum, so I've labelled that wrong. Beni Sazanami. There's so much green out here. I'm trying to get a good view of the tree. Everything's sort of blending in. Yeah, you can get a good idea there. With this, I like how it's started off like brown and then it's gone more green as the younger the branches are. Nice. This one here, Osakazuki. Yeah, really interesting shape on this one. This came from a nursery in Italy. This one here is a Sangu Kaku. Yeah, that's very interesting how it just bends around like that. Creates a bit of interest for sure. And this one's been putting on a lot of growth actually. I'll say I'll probably get about at least 1.5 feet of growth out of this a year. Ryusen, the infamous weeper. You may have seen in one of my previous videos. The snails absolutely love this one. I'll see if there's any change in that this year. This one here is Coral Magic. I got this one from Poppins Plants. I'm yet to see that one leaf out. It's quite a new one. Then I've got a Shinda Shoujo here. This one came from Palm Tree Centre. Okay, then we got this one, Meiku Jaku, Conotifolium, Dancing Peacock, whatever you want to call it. There's a few names, but this tree here is one of my favourites, structure wise. It's got a really interesting aura about it. I've got loads of seed off of this one as well this year, so we'll see what comes of that in the spring. Wow, the buds are proper coming through as well. Can't get it to focus. And here we got Purple Ghost. This was a purchase a few years back from Yonkers Nursery. I got my first Amber Ghost and Purple Ghost from them, and I also got a Uncle Ghost more recently. You'll see in my next video when I do a walkthrough in the polytunnel. But yeah, this has put on quite a lot of growth as well. This is a healthy grower. Right, what have we got here? Wakehurst Pink. I think it's an introduction from the Western Burt Foundation. I may be wrong, I'm not too sure. This one, I think it's Kihachi Joe. Yeah. Now it's got a nice colour to the bark. It's like a lime green, bordering on a bit of yellow. Also about this tree, I've heard that the seeds have a lot of variation. So if you're growing seed from this tree, there's a good chance you'll get seedlings that have quite a few different qualities in variation, like different growth habits, different variegations to the leaf maybe. So I'm interested to see what the future holds with the seedlings that come from this tree. I haven't seen this flower yet because it's quite a new one, so I'm gonna have my fingers crossed that we get some seeds for next year. Okay, then down here you've got Como. Okay, this is a lovely reticulated leaf. What have we got in there? This is one of the first reticulated types that I got. At first I was finding it really difficult to find any of the ghost type maples, and Como was actually quite available in my area, so I settled for that and very impressed with it. Very slow growing, but if you get this in the spot like I've got it now, where it's getting dappled sunlight just like through the late morning and shade throughout the afternoon, you're going to get really strong variation, reticulation through the leaf. Like I'm talking like a really bright creamy colour with dark green veining. It's really spectacular, and that's a Como there as well. It's a bigger size. I got that for an absolute bargain. I was at the Palm Tree Centre in Richmond, and they had a sale on. It was the end of year sale, and this was reduced from £100, and I think I got it for like £35. So I couldn't say no to that. And that's another baby one. Yeah. Okay, then behind this we got Kurusugawa. I had a video recently where I was repotting a Kurusugawa. It wasn't this one in particular, but this is the same cultivar. You can see on that label what the leaves are going to look like. Creates a very big interest. Here we have Shishigashira. This is a really interesting tree for me. Got very good bonsai potential. Well, it already is a bonsai, to be fair. I'm gently wiring them branches around. These have very brittle branches, so you've got to be careful when bending these branches. You can't really do tight bends on them. I've air laid from this as well, as you can see. So I took that middle branch out. It was quite thick. I didn't want to get inverse taper there on the trunk, and it also opened up the whole middle of that tree as well, so it's good all around really. Multiplying trees for free and getting more bonsai, so good stuff. We got Gasayama. This one is well known for its watermelon coloured leaves. Yeah, very interesting one. Should have a look out for that one if you haven't seen it. Sawachidori. I think this is my first favourite Japanese maple. It was always such a hard choice, but when I first found out about this tree, it was just like an instant knowing. The leaf in the spring is unlike anything I'd seen at the time. And trying to explain what they look like. They unfurl like fingers, and it's like a creamy green colour, maybe yellow, and they're just like dangling little fingers to begin with, and then they got the reticulation as well. You see the veining. There's so many things I like about that tree. Come spring, you'll see what I mean. And here is the other Kurusugawa that I was just talking about, that I did pot up in the other video I did. And this is in its new spot. Yeah. Looking forward to seeing that root develop there. It's going to look nice. This is Aka Shigetatsu Sawa. So this one is like the Shigetatsu Sawa, but the leaves are more red. This one is Ellen. It's one of my most recent purchases. Komachi Hime. This is probably going to be used for a bonsai project. Sumagaki. Very unique leaf on this. Nice lime green leaf when it comes out in the spring, with red tips, also known as fingernails, or I think that's the nickname for it. Fingernails, yeah, for the red tips there it gets. Very unique. Firecracker. This has got a nice growth habit to it, like a semi-cascade. I like how this one grows. Yeah, really nice tree, that one. Got a lot of seed from that one this year as well. Ukigumo. This is one of many that I've got. I mean, there's so much to like about Ukigumo. There's so much interest. Then you've got the green bark that it has, the white leaves with the blotted green and pink. It is a great tree to have in the collection. Mitsubayama. Can't remember too much what this one looks like. Yeah. Wheels Divine. I've managed to graft this one this year. This has got a nice interesting growth habit to it as well. It kind of like, it grows wide and it weeps as well. So this one here is Dragon Master. That grows quite tall actually. That's got quite a good growth on it. I think I get about a foot on that a year as well. This is Arakawa. This one's very well known for its rough bark or cork bark. Very popular in the bonsai scene. Now this tree here, this tree's got a story, as you can see. It's got history. This was my very first tree, my very first maple. My mum got it for me, and I think it was just before the lockdown. the first lockdown, 2019 maybe. And the story behind this tree is, long story short, because I've got a few trees to still go through, where I had it placed at the time, I didn't really have much knowledge about trees, and it was getting too much sun and the top half of it died, so I cut it back. Then it started to develop into a bonsai looking tree. So I didn't actually mean to make this into a bonsai, but that is the journey that it's taken. And it's a garnet. So yeah, nice. And talking of garnets, there's another one. This is a Yashio. Got this one from Heron's Bonsai. Oh, can't miss this one down here. Now, this one goes by two names, and out of respect I've put both labels on. We've got Extravaganza for the Europeans, and we've got Lillian's Jewel for the States. I believe Lillian's Jewel is the name, but I've got both labels on there. Another autumn moon. Got ornatum at the back. This is a Pictum aureum. It's got like a bat wing leaf, a lime greeny yellow colour, and it in the fall it gets like a really bright yellowy white leaf. It's really nice. This is an Encan. Okay, how do you do? Right. This is an Arakawa. Kagiri Nishiki. This one's a very vigorous grower. That has grown about 2 foot in like 6 months. I'm not even joking. Here is my favourite Ukigume. Now, there's a cut here. I've used this, I've airlaid 3 trees off of this, because with them other branches, when they were on there, it was just so condensed. Now I've airlaid the trees. Not only have I multiplied my trees out of this one, but I've given this one more space to grow, and I can see more into the tree as well. It just gives me a chance to appreciate more of the tree and how it's growing. And just look how it twists around. It's growing into itself here, look, which I've seen on other more mature maples that have been planted around ponds and stuff. The branches can actually grow into each other. Would be good to get some seeds on this one this year actually. I've got a high possibility of it as well, because I believe when the tree is under stress, which it would have been when I did all this air layering, it sends out vital information into the tree to reproduce and that would mean it needs to produce seed so it can carry on living. Because when you're damaging a tree, like doing an air layering, cutting into the branches or into the bark, that stress translates as the tree's in danger. It could die, so it needs to find a way to survive, and it does that by sending growth for production of seed. So I'll see if that happens, fingers crossed. This is an Orodano Nishiki. And we got a Moonfire. Right, there's quite a few trees over here. This is Orodano Nishiki. So if you remember me earlier at the beginning of the video, I mentioned about the streaks of pink going through the bark on the variegated types. You can see it very clearly here. Yeah, very interesting. That tree behind, I can't really get to it. It's I believe it's a Kinran. This is a seedling hybrid that I got from Herons. Don't know what it is, but it had a really nice, I think it's a Matsumuri style leaf. Like a nice divided type fan leaf shape. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. And it was a nice red colour as well. The one behind is a Johin. It's a Shirasawanum. The one further back is an Orium. Nicolsini. It's quite a nice one. Another Arakawa. I went mad with Arakawas. This one here is Green Elf. A little Elmwood. And Mr. Sun. This one is Amazing Amber. And another thing I mentioned at the beginning of the video with the juniper bonsai, this is literally what they look like. So you really have to get the soil away, prune out branches from the middle of the structure of the tree to start revealing the shape of the trunk. It's quite an enjoyable process. Right. I think this is a princess type, little princess it might be. That needs a bit of care on that one. This one is Emerald Lace. Oh no. This is my Sangukaku, and I literally just broke that branch when I was videoing the other trees over here. And I heard the snap as well when I was doing it. Oh well. What will be, will be. This is one of my favourites as well. I mean, you've got the red coral bark obviously, but what I like about this one is throughout the summer and the fall you just get really nice colours on the leaf. You get like the reds, the yellows, green, but they go, at some point they all go yellow, and that really goes well with that red bark. So yeah, this is an all-round interesting tree. That's another Arakawa. Reticulated purple, or reticulatum purple. This one's Orion. Shishigashira. Yeah, really interesting shape with this one. Here's the amber ghost that I got from Yonkers, and I don't feel too confident for the future of this tree. I can see it's got some kind of a disease. It's going black. I've had to slowly, over the last year, prune back loads of branches on that side that I've cut off. It had quite a lot of branching up here, but I thought I'd better cut it all back before it reaches the trunk here. But I can tell it's just spreading and spreading. Up here it looks healthy, but I know it's only a matter of time, sadly, which is such a shame. Still getting buds coming through up here, but there's some sort of bacteria or infection in the vascular system of this tree. Sucks. Oh well. We got Misha. Hold on. That's a Misha. Another autumn moon. This one's put on a lot of growth actually, considering it's a slow grower. Korean gem. This I got from Herons as well. I have no idea what it is, but I had the most beautiful red fan shaped leaf, kind of similar to the other one I was talking about over there. Done a little bit of wiring on the branches. Yeah, you get such a really pure red on this, kind of like an Osakazuki full colour red, but a different shape leaf. And then you got the green trunk there. It just really looks good. Got Peve starfish. Red feathers. That one's Indian summer. Kujaku Bato. Yeah, I'm liking that as well. Coloration on the trunk. Benny Maiko. Couldn't resist turning that one into a bonsai. I had one look at the base of the tree when I bought it, and I was like, yeah, this definitely needs to be trained for bonsai. So much interesting in how it's growing. This one's emerald lace. What I really like about emerald lace is how it has these little canopies throughout sections of the tree. As it grows up, it cascades, then it grows up, and then you've got like the really dissected leaf on it as well, and it goes an amazing red later on in the year. Really nice tree. There's another como at the back there. I must have missed that. This is another Kurusugawa. Sakazuki. Hesse. Asahi Zuru. Conotifolium. Sumi Nagashi at the back. You've got a bloodgood over there, air layering that as well. Ariadne. This is on probably my top 20 for sure. I've air layered this one as well. You can see from down here, and I've actually planted the air layering on the next to the polytunnel, so that's in the ground, so it should do well. We have Moon Eyes. Manyo no Sato. So I'm gonna probably film from here and zoom in for these ones. Metamorphosa over there. That's like a variegated type. Then we've got Katsura. Recently just pruned that back for bonsai. And that one there, cannot remember what that one is. Jerry Schwartz. Cannot remember that one. This one is an Orange Dream. That's an Emerald Lace. So these are all bonsai projects up here. That Emerald Lace is really nice. I remember I purchased it for about £25. Absolute bargain. This was a mixed variety, so it is just a seedling that I got from one of the nurseries I went to. No, it was actually from a garden centre. I think it was Ruskin's. And here, this one isn't a bonsai. I've put it up there because of its weeping habit. And that is a Heartbeat. It's a dissected leaf with like a serrated edge to it. It's got a nice yellow through the centre of the leaf later on in the year, with like a red on the border. Looks really cool. Yeah, right. We're nearly there. My aim is to get this done in under an hour. Right. Let's see. This is really icy. I have to take my time here. This is an Orangiola. I've only started seeing this recently in the UK. A lot more places seem to have this now. This is a Shitosiyama. Nicholsini. This was a failed graft at one point. I wouldn't. This was a rootstock I was using for a graft. It's now turned into a bonsai. That one there is Chitosiyama. Yeah, Chitosiyama. This one, Scolopendrifolium. The leaves on this are like, they're really thin and long. Kind of look like strings. Not too thin, but yeah, really nice. We've got Shiraz. Really nice variegation on this one. I could probably take the wire off that one soon. Yep, I may do that after this video. Cascade Gold. That's very heavily cascading, look at that. It's almost like a vertical drop. Just behind it, Anaba Shidari. And through here, you got, I don't know if it's Ayoshi or Layoshi, but this is spectacular for me. It's got variegation. It's got a nice trunk structure, trunk coloration as well. This is going to be a good tree, so watch out for this one. This one's Shigetatsu Sawa. Then we got Arakawa. That's a garnet. And there's a nice Siryu. That's going to be a bonsai. And Arakawa. So, and there's another one of those junipers. You see, creates such an interesting tree when you prune back the leaves. All the needles. Very, very interesting. Right, that concludes this video. There will be a part 2 for when I get to the polytunnel. There'll be some trees to go through there as well. So yeah, look out for that. Thank you for tuning in. And I'm always grateful for the support. And yeah, if anyone's got any questions, always feel free to ask. I'll answer the most honest I can. Yeah, other than that, have a great day.